What's up, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Shall I present you the computer tutorial? Well, in this video right now here, we're gonna talk about thunkable, how to log in, how to not mess up with thunkable AI, and etc. So here I'm gonna use my own browser. What you have to do is actually type in x.thunkable. Yep, and here you can just click the normal one, and that's the first link. Just make sure that here is written thunkable.com, not the main, but right here, the white one. And a lot of you have problems writing the first step. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna open another tab and you're gonna write temp minus mail. You're gonna use this one with the T. So what you do is you just copy the link, you enter it in the email, sign in with the email. You get your, what was it? Message. Yep. Click to sign in. That's it. Welcome to thunkable. In this page, you're gonna write blank, just blank, generate project. So here, we're gonna wait for a couple of seconds. Yep, finally. So here's our blank project. Give it a couple of seconds to load in. So the first thing we're gonna go with how to add navigation. By the way, you don't need this email anymore. How to add the navigation button, as he said, and how to do the addition and subtraction. Well, in order to add, let me go with the basics first. So on the right side from the center, you're gonna have this panel or working space where you usually can change the elements inside your page, like color, is it scrollable, the font, the text, the borders, everything. From the left side of your center, you're gonna have the component trees. It's basically, now we're not gonna talk about that one. Here you've got components themselves, like buttons, labels, tags, images, icons, everything is here on your component because they are like parts of your website. Well, in order to add the navigation, you're gonna choose this down arrow, add navigator, and top tab navigator. That's it. It automatically adds you 4 pages, web pages. That's the maximum amount you can get with free thunkable. You get settings and you got welcome here, home and strange. We can delete this welcome actually, but I don't know how. So here's your home page. What you can do is you can choose, and you can choose actually the background color. I'm gonna go with something, yep, somewhere right here. So we go back to the home page and here I usually like to add the buttons first. You're gonna add the first button, you're gonna move it to the, by the way, that's it. We're done with the navigators. Of course you can change the icon size, everything else, but we're not gonna focus on that part. So you add the first button. Please change it here, change the name here, like DT on, and here as well you can just write add. This one is gonna be like what the user sees, and the top one is what you're gonna be working in the future when you're gonna be working with the blocks and all that stuff. So I like to add another button. You can also just, yeah, let me just duplicate, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. Oh god damn. Yeah, just add another one. Make sure that it's the same size. Yep, it is. Then use the symmetry this way. Kind of looks the same, I hope. And I'm gonna just write sub because that's easier for me to understand it in the future. And here we're gonna write minus. Usually it's plus, minus, addition and subtraction, but we're not gonna focus on it. Then add the label. Yep, I just click and drag it, drop and click it, click and drag. So we're gonna make it smaller. We're gonna place it somewhere here, and we're gonna use, yep, cool. Then you're gonna, importantly, this step is really important because I messed up even here. don't change its name, but change its initial value as 0. This is really important stuff, like really important. You don't want to mess up here. That's it. I usually like to change the color to white and give it, get the background color actually somewhere. Yep, right here. Background color, I like to give it a blackish color. Border, I like to give it as well. Actually not here, let's keep it simple. I'll tell you, yeah, here. We're gonna make a transparent background. So now, when we're done with the designing of our preview page, or what the user is going to see, because right now, these buttons, everything does nothing. We go to the left top button, or you can just click T, and here's where you start to actually program or code your stuff. We're gonna go with the label. Oh, was it the sub or the yep. So we're gonna go with simple. If you are familiar with Scratch, you're gonna be like, it's gonna be a piece of cake for you. But for those who are not familiar, just click addition, because your button is addition. So here are your components, and every component has its own stuff. So when addition, click, do something, and what we want to do is we want to go to label, set label, or was it math, or was it logic? Yeah, we can do with the logic. Wait, what the hell, man? Oh, goddamn. Was this controlled and sub clicked? Set label text to, yeah, probably set label text to, and then we're gonna go to math. Like, it's more like a puzzle. So what I did here is that when the button addition is clicked, the label, I took it from here, set label, or like do to the label this, and to the labels text, or you can choose like number lines, but we're gonna go with text. What to do is 1 plus 1. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna add 2, and that's it, because that's what it's capable of. That's it. Why? Because it's not refreshing. So the program thinks that the labels input is 1, or like initial stuff is 1. But what we want to do is to go to logic, or was it control, or was it, I think labels, or was it not? Labels text. Yep, exactly. We want the labels text to be increased by 1 every time. Let me actually check it now. Yep, now it works. Awesome. So again, you just have to know how to read this stuff. And let me tell you something. It's not something crazy or something difficult or even something that you cannot achieve. Like, it's not something that you say, this was designed for autistic kids. So just try a little bit and you're gonna accomplish it. Now we want to do the same stuff, but for the subtraction. And what we can do is basically Ctrl C and Ctrl V it, and then go to sub. So we change the button, click, and then here we just change it to -1. Exactly the same stuff. And if we check it, yep, it is working. But here's the problem, it's also decreasing, and we don't want that. What we do is we're gonna change this control panel that if do. So we're gonna add it here, we're gonna do this, we're gonna input the set inside. And here's the thing, we need something to happen so that it would do this stuff. And most of the time actually programmers use if else. So if something is something, then do this, or if it's not, then do the opposite. What we could possibly do right here with simple if do is where was it? here, the logic. If, and we're gonna use text label, Control C, Control V, is greater than 0. We're gonna take the mass and we're gonna input. Don't worry, I'm gonna explain you how this stuff works. I'm gonna try to explain you. Let's check it now. Yep, now it's not working, you see? That's cool. That's it actually, that's what our today's topic was about. These two simple sets, and you have designed. So it took me 13 minutes to explain, or probably less. Not bad, not bad. Now we can go to explaining this in Paint, or should I? Now probably not. You are good with just knowing this. Just copy this stuff, try to read it, try to understand it, and if you don't really understand and you would like, what do you call it, развернутый variation of this stuff, guys, in the YouTube we've got comment sections. You can write there and you can, I don't know, hands up like, or write what you didn't like. Just be free and open-minded. Just try. No one's gonna judge you there. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial then.